Now let's get some rapid-fire response from our panel on these stories tonight. I'll get their reaction to President Obama's smackdown to the base at his news conference today. Karl Rove tells Fox News that there is no frontrunner for the Republican nomination in 2012. Do you believe him? And Mike Huckabee is jealous over Sarah Palin's media coverage. With us tonight, Laura Flanders, host of Grit TV and Free Speech TV, and Heidi Harris, radio talk show host out of Los Angeles. Great to have both of you with us tonight. Laura, the press conference. Was the president too tough on the base today?
Oh, the only people he seems to get angry at are his base and the folks on the left. You're going to have Senator Sanders on in just a bit, a regular guest on Grit TV. I hope he makes the point that this is not a done deal yet, and I'm looking forward to him saying that he's going to filibuster this deal. The president can slap down his critics from the left all he likes, but they still have some possibilities in their lap, and I hope they take action. There's things they can do.
Heidi, your take.
Well, it's interesting to me. I don't know why they don't just do what they want to do. The Democrats still have control, not for much longer, but they do. And it seems to me if they're not getting what they want, the Democrats have only themselves to blame. You guys on the left have got to be just so frustrated that you're not getting what you thought he promised you.
Well, I won't disagree with that. I'm frustrated about a lot of things, but I also think that we have to speak up and make sure the president knows exactly where we are. And when you stop speaking up, you lose faith. President Obama right now is in Bush territory. A Gallup poll has got him at 46% approval rating. Does this mean anything? Can he rejuvenate his base? Laura Flanders.
Well, Obama's tax break for billionaires was bigger than Bush's, if we're going to compare numbers here. You know, we had Bill McKibben on the show this week, and he said it's not about the punditry, it's about the power. And really, when it comes to the future here, we've got to talk about who is going to mobilize a base and about what. Republicans can be happy, but what are they going to run on? They're going to run on shrinking the deficit? They just grew it. Are they going to stand up for the little guy? They just held him hostage.
And the president said today that he's looking forward to future fights. We're kind of looking for the first one. All right, here's Karl Rove saying that there is no front runner for the Republicans.
There is no front runner in Iowa, and there's no front runner in America, and we should welcome that. If you take a look at the several polls that have been done so far, there are 4 candidates who tend to be towards the top, the better-known candidates, but none of them above 20%. This contest is going to be wide open, and that's going to be good for conservatives and good for the Republicans.
Heidi Harris, what do you think?
I think he may be right about that. As I've said before, Newt Gingrich can't win. He's had too many wives. Romney can't win in the South. Huckabee's not as strong on immigration and some other things as people like. And Sarah Palin's still out there. I say keep your eye on people like Mike Pence. He's right. I think Karl Rove's right. We don't really know. Sarah gets the most publicity. Everything she does, of course, causes stir. But is that going to get her all the way to the top? We don't know.
Palin's the great producers of the primary race. She's going to raise money all the way to losing. But again, what are people going to run on the GOP side? Deficit shrinking? They didn't do it. Standing up for the little guy? They did the opposite. You've got policies as well as people, and that's where we need to focus.
Don't you think Huckabee is your best shot right now? Heidi?
Well, I like Mike Huckabee. I think he's a good guy, and I think he's very likable, but I still think there are some people out there, like I mentioned, like Mike Pence, who may jump in this race at some point. A lot of people talk about him, and, you know and I know 2 years is eternity in politics. He'd have to make a move within the next year, obviously,
but
I keep my eye on him.
He's not short on confidence. He said, I just don't understand how it is that person can read these polls day after day, and the narrative is constantly everybody but me.
Oh, Mike Huckabee, yeah. Well, he's a likable guy. He's a very nice guy. He hates it that he's not getting as much attention as Sarah Palin does. But, she gets a lot of people don't like the fact that she's getting attention, which is why so many people on the right say so many snarky things about her, because they're jealous, frankly.
Great to have you with us tonight. Laura Flanders and Heidi Harris. Always a pleasure.